Hey guys, I'm going to speed run through this watch list, and I'm gonna go through one by one through Joel's list. So, first is Cat. I'm looking at the long term of it on the weekly uh time slot. Right now, the screen sort of crosses this black line. Ideally, it says it's supposed to drop all the way down to like 500. That's generally what happens once it crosses this mark. But that's in the weekly senses. Right now, on the daily, let me double check some stuff. So on the daily, this orange is about to cross this black line, which means it's about to have a daily resistance either today or tomorrow. So probably hit all-time highs, probably creates a resistance today or tomorrow. It did the same thing over here, but it had a continuous uptrend. So right there, it had its original resistance staggered, then decide if it will continue up. Uh, Generally, we'll see if the sellers, which is this orange line, stays below this black line, and we'll probably see some stagnation for a bit. So if it decides to blow up, we'll know sooner or later. We need to verify it in the 4-hour time slot. So right here, that was when the daily break was right here. I might get rid of this red line. Then when we had the secondary cross right here on this orange line, that sort of indicated the exponential growth. I'm just looking at right here where this orange is, and let's see how long did it go up from all the way from September 26th to October, so pretty much a month hold. So if ideally, if this breaks and if it holds its price above tomorrow or maybe next week, then we'll probably see like a huge continuous uptrend. We're pretty much gonna wait for this orange line cross this black line. That's pretty much it. So it could be like a month hold. Next is Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's been blown up a lot lately from this bounce. Long term on the weekly. Oh, Dollar Tree says it could have like a continuous uptrend. Very healthy. A lot of sellers. Not a lot of people have noticed it yet, so it could blow up because generally the trend line's low is generally where like the buying time is. So probably has like a 2-week or 3-week run. Daily looks great right here. It broke above 102. The fact that it broke above 102, it already had earnings, so that's a good sign. And we have a secondary crossing right here on the 4-hour. So pretty much, that's your stop loss right here on this orange line up here, which is 109, which is a very low stop loss. But ideally, it says it's gonna have like a nice continuous uptrend. KOV, there's nothing keeping up to it yet. 2-hour, we have a 2-hour OG break. So I'm in the 2-hour time slot. This already broke right here. So ideally, when it breaks about 2-hour, generally we want to try to average down to like 112. 1-hour looks pretty healthy too. So yeah, probably like a 2-week hold on Dollar Tree. Let's see if it's making resistance on the 15-minute. Not really. On 30-minute, looks super healthy. 5-minute is crossing, so probably see it drop near below like 117. That's it. So it could be like a 2-week hold. So it looks very healthy. Next is Hood. Hood is long term. We're looking at the weeks. Remove all the lines. It already touched its support, which is this red line, which is like 118. On the weekly, it says it's holding a good support, so long-term holds. Daily, nothing too crazy right now on the daily. The only thing I see here, it has a heavy support right here at 112. It could break below it. We'll see. We have another support, old support, which was right here in the 4 hour. Right now, it is having a resistance because normally when this purple line right here touches this blue line, that says I'm having a resistance in the midday. So, and that is blue. To verify the resistance, I have to go to the 2 hour. So 2 hour says I have a 2 hour resistance on the OG right here. So the fact that I have a resistance on the 4 hour KOV and a 2 hour OG resistance, that indicates I should probably do puts into like next week. The daily KOV is almost touching right here too, so that's also signs of a possible put. 1 hour, we'll see the 1 hour to verify it. So that was the first break on the 1 hour. Here's the second break on the 1 hour. So nothing. So we do have a break on the 1 hour. So what I'd say is hood probably hit resistance. It probably could stay in this and it could break out. Or if it stays above, unless it stays above here, staggers, then goes up. That's like another possibility too. So we'll sort of see. We'll sort of see if it stays above 135, then it'll go up, or will it stay in this little concave downward motion. But as of right now, the 4 hour KOV is sort of a heavy resistance. I'm gonna see a 4 hour resistance in the past. Its old 4 hour resistance was like right here at like 132. But yeah, other than that, that's it for hood. It could either stagger down or shoot up. All depends, see what happens. Next is Macy's. I'm getting a lot Macy's on the watch list. I don't know why. Let's see. Let's start on the weekly. Healthy. Not a lot of sellers, so people are holding the stock. There's a resistance on the KOV, so it just made a resistance at 22.94. Not too crazy. Daily mark. Oh, that's a good daily. So this is almost like a 80% to 90% like guarantee of an uptrend. So generally, when I look at the OG, once I see the sellers break below this dotted line, almost doesn't really matter where the black trend line is, as long as the green line's above it. If you sort of see this hump right here, if the daily OG is right here and it breaks above it, that's a guaranteed uptrend, 100%. But of course, like everything, it's not guaranteed. But generally, once you see the OG daily break and it's in this like crevice divot, then you have like a quick, like easy 2-day or swing trade, and that's how we had that huge bump up. because of right here. That was the breaking point at that price. We can verify on the 4-hour also, because the 4-hour said like, hey, I have like a heavy support right here, which was right there, and we also had a daily break, which is green. So yeah, but overall, on the 4-hour, it does have a 4-hour KOV resistance right there. Go to 2-hour to verify. We have a 2-hour breakage right here. That's it. That's really it. I don't really see a whole lot right now. I am getting a resistance on the 4-hour KOV. Daily, we have a daily resistance also. So we have 2 resistance right now. That should be blue. So I have light blue and blue. Let's verify in the 1-hour. The 1-hour says, hey, it had a 1-hour resistance right here. It has a 1-hour OG support right here. So most likely for Macy's, I'll probably look into puts. If it breaks below the 2170, then I'll probably look into puts and probably see if it goes down to like 1977. That's pretty much it. Chewy's next. Chewy had a little bit of action. Earnings is coming up, which I don't like very much. Most likely it could be good earnings, but I'm not sure on Chewy. But as of right now, on the daily, it has a support right here on 3306. So 3306 is its current daily support. It just created a daily KOV resistance. So that's blue. So that's in the daily 4-hour to verify anything. And the fact that it's below the trauma, it's not really a good sign. The trauma is this purple line. We do have a 4-hour hold resistance. We need to verify. Do we have a 4-hour? Oh yeah. So we also have a 4-hour KOV resistance too. So it has a whole bunch of resistance, not a good sign. Let's see, we have a 2-hour KOV support line, which it broke. Just that black line. But nothing crazy right now. It looks pretty stagnated. The big deciding factor is to see if this green line breaks below this dotted line. So it probably has some more downward motion still. Hasn't verified its like 1-hour support. But the fact that if it breaks below these 2 purple lines, then probably be puts really into earnings. Next is Caesar. Caesar was actually pretty good. It was on the watch list a while ago, and it broke this blue line and the purple line, so it indicating like a major uptrend. The fact that it already broke this already crossed, so it's going to the red line, which already did, but it broke below it. This says it needs to drop more down to 22.27. Daily, nothing going on too much on the daily. So on the daily, we do have not a lot of sellers right now, right here. So that's the daily breakout point. Remember I said we need the 4-hour to verify. So as of right now, we are waiting for the 4-hour that's the old 4-hour support or resistance, which became the support. So most likely we'll probably see stagnation right here for a bit. What I'm looking for is this orange line to come up. After it comes up, it goes right back down, and that would be the ideal buying price to get it in. And hopefully it would have like a nice uptrend, but we'll see. But it does have like slightly good support from the resistance, and that's it. So nothing too crazy. DVN. DVN actually looks pretty good. Daily has a continuous uptrend, so the fact that I get rid of all these other lines. So right here is the breaking point. Stayed above that price, which is green. 4-hour to verify. 4-hour saying it's making a midday resistance right now. Also, let's see, midday resistance. We'll sort of see once it breaks above 38, then it probably has like a huge heavy uptrend. So yeah, I'll be more confident once DVN goes up above like 38. Once it's above that, then we probably could see like a long-term uptrend. On the weekly, it looks super healthy too. So it says it's a possible 1 week hold. Which is great. So yeah, look at DVN for like probably a 1 week or 2 week hold. But it has to be above 38 though. EPD. Weekly, it on the daily, pretty much for EPD, I want it to be above 32.46. That's it. As long as it's above that price, then we'll look more into it. That's all I want from that. It is breaking the 4-hour, which is good. Is it a possible breakout? We have a good support on the 2-hour right there. 1 hour, and we have a good 1 hour. So I do like EPD. The only thing is make sure it stays above 32.46. How long will it continue upward? Most likely it could be stagnated a bit, but the fact that this is sort of a good sign. A lot of people are not selling. Trending, it's not really trending that much though. So it's just pretty weak right now, but it's holding good support. So it actually looks pretty good. Etsy, oh, if I can enter right. Etsy does not look great at all. It looks like an exponential downtrend. So as of right now, Etsy could be a possible bounce because the weekly, once this green line touches this dotted line, ideally it says it's gonna have like a worse week. So a possible swing trade for puts for Etsy. That's it. After that, we'll sort of see if it'll have a continuous downtrend, but as of right now, the 4-hour hasn't crossed yet for support. So yeah, I'll look at puts for Etsy for like short term, very short term. Gap. Gap. Nothing really saying much about Gap. Really, not a lot of people selling it, which is good, I guess. It has this little blip of like a long-term uptrend, but as of right now in the short term, it's gonna try to find support. So right now it's trying to find support in the last hour right now. Probably in 2 more hours he'll find its support. 4-hour, have 4-hour OG resistance. See this orange crossing this black, which created resistance, and we can sort of see why it stopped up here. Daily, yeah, daily is pretty much as long as it stays above 24.45. So it's just a lot of room. So too much room for me to work with. Lows is actually looking pretty good. I actually like lows a lot. We do have, it did break above the daily OG right here, so not a lot of people selling, a lot of buyers. This is pretty impressive right here, the fact that this purple line's above everything right now, so which means once like that, then we probably see this huge uptrend. That's when the purple is above like everything. 4 hour to help verify it right now. That's the first resistance on the 4 hour, and the 4 hour has a secondary resistance. So as long as lows breaks above, we'll make an alert ideally at 48.13. I'll make an alert right there, because once it breaks above that and it holds, then we'll probably see like a nice heavy uptrend. We do have a 2 hour resistance, which is ideal. Yeah, makes sense. 1 hour, we do have a 1 hour resistance too. So yeah, pretty much we're waiting till it breaks above like 249. That's it. Gap fills. Chipotle. Chipotle had a nice little uptrend run. Nothing really on the daily. 4 hour, it says has a 4 hour resistance on the OG. We know that because that orange is below the dotted line and the black line, and that's orange for resistance. 2 hour to verify it. 2 hours said like, hey, I broke a while ago, hence that's why a lot of people are indicating it. So ideally on the 2 hour OG, normally when it breaks above that, generally wants to hug the purple line a lot. But overall, we have a 4 hour KOV resistance right here. So it's probably going to, it needs to stay above 33.45. Ideally, this could be a good price to buy into it right now. But right now, it needs to break above the 1 hour resistance for a nice uptrend. So that's your 1 hour resistance right now. It's a little above. So the fact that if it breaks above 30, like pretty much this purple line, once it breaks above that, then we'll probably see a nice uptrend on Chipotle. I'll put a alert on it. Let's see. Pins. Pinterest is on the daily. The daily KOV looks pretty nice. It's above that. The 4 hour KOV. So right here, when that purple line crosses all the lines, so it's above that. So I look at the 1 hour, make sure it breaks above it. So right now, the 1 hour says like, hey, I already broke right here. So we have a nice uptrend. 2 hour looks pretty healthy. It's right now, it says it's making a support. So I'll pretty much wait until Pinterest like probably falls down a bit right here and see if it goes right back up. So I probably wouldn't buy into it yet. The 1 hour says it looks great, but I see one a little bit of a sell off first. And lastly, Home Depot. Home Depot is, it had like that little uptick. I remember we had Home Depot puts, and every time I enter something, I'm either 1 week too early, which is sort of upsetting. So like Boeing and McDonald's, that's why I had another put on McDonald's, because I was like, man, probably 1 week early again. But other than that, we will start with Home Depot. Home Depot has a daily KOV resistance, has a 4 hour KOV resistance right here, 2 hour, we had a 2 hour OG resistance. So generally, once I see 2 resistance right here from the daily and 4 hour, and the 2 hour verifies the resistance, then I'll probably look at puts, pretty much. The 1 hour, I sort of wish this purple line's below this blue line, but other than that, I'll probably look into puts, but nothing too crazy. I'll probably look into puts if it once Home Depot breaks below this purple line. Oh, we can add an alert right there, and that's it. Advice of the day: be kind to yourself. Good luck, and just keep on asking me questions. Thanks again. See ya.